Hello and welcome. Imagine an empire so vast it stretched across three continents, from the Balkans in the west to the Indus Valley in the east. An empire that, at its zenith, ruled over nearly half of the world's population. This wasn't a realm of myth or legend, but a historical reality, the Achaemenid Empire, better known to many as the First Persian Empire. For over 2 centuries, it was the epicenter of power, culture, and innovation, leaving an indelible mark on human history that resonates even today, 2,500 years later. How did this colossal power rise from the highlands of modern-day Iran? What were the secrets to its unprecedented success, and what led to its eventual dramatic fall? Join us as we journey back in time to unveil the story of the empire that shaped the world. Our story begins around 550 BC with a visionary leader, a man whose name would echo through the ages, Cyrus the Great. Before Cyrus, the region was a patchwork of competing kingdoms, including the Medes, the Lydians, and the Babylonians. Cyrus, a ruler of a small Persian vassal state, was not content with the status quo. Through brilliant military strategy and a revolutionary approach to statesmanship, he embarked on a campaign of conquest that was unlike any seen before. He first overthrew his Median overlords, uniting the Iranian peoples. Then he turned his sights westward, conquering the fabulously wealthy kingdom of Lydia and its king Croesus. His greatest triumph, however, was the capture of Babylon, the jewel of Mesopotamia. But what truly set Cyrus apart wasn't just his military genius. It was his wisdom in governance. When he conquered a new land, he didn't impose his own gods or traditions. Instead, he practiced a policy of remarkable tolerance. A prime example is his freeing of the Jewish people held captive in Babylon, allowing them to return to Jerusalem and rebuild their temple. This act, documented in the Bible, earned him the title of a Messiah, a savior. He understood that an empire built on respect and cooperation was far more stable than one ruled by fear. He established a system where local customs and religions were preserved, creating a diverse, multi-ethnic society. This foundation of tolerance and respect laid by Cyrus the Great was the bedrock upon which the world's first true superpower would be built. He wasn't just a conqueror. He was an empire builder in the truest sense. After Cyrus's death, his successors continued his expansionist vision. His son, Cambyses II, added the ancient and wealthy land of Egypt to the empire's domain. But it was under Darius the Great that the Achaemenid Empire reached its absolute peak, both in size and in organizational brilliance. Managing such a colossal territory, home to millions of people speaking dozens of different languages, was a monumental challenge. Darius's solution was nothing short of revolutionary. He divided the empire into provinces or satrapies, each governed by a satrap or governor. To keep these powerful officials in check, he created a system of spies known as the King's Eyes, and ears, who roamed the empire and reported directly back to him. This system of centralized authority with decentralized administration became a blueprint for future empires for centuries to come. Darius was also an incredible builder and innovator. He commissioned the construction of a magnificent new capital, Persepolis, a breathtaking city designed to showcase the empire's wealth and power. Ambassadors from every corner of the known world would bring tribute here, their images immortalized in the city's stunning stone reliefs. To connect his vast realm, Darius established the Royal Road, a highway stretching over 1,600 miles from Susa in Persia to Sardis in Anatolia. It was equipped with relay stations, allowing royal couriers to travel the entire length in just 7 days, an astonishing feat of communication for the ancient world. He also standardized coinage and weights and measures, which streamlined trade and boosted the economy. Under Darius, the Achaemenid Empire wasn't just a military force. It was a well-oiled machine of administration, communication, and commerce, a true marvel of ancient engineering and political science. At its height, the Persian Empire was a vibrant crossroads of cultures. Its trade routes were the arteries of the ancient world, connecting the Mediterranean with India and Central Asia. Goods, ideas, art, and philosophies flowed freely across the empire. This incredible exchange enriched Persian culture, creating a unique synthesis of artistic styles. You can see Egyptian, Babylonian, and Greek influences in the architecture of Persepolis. The empire's policy of religious tolerance also fostered a relatively peaceful coexistence among its diverse populations. Zoroastrianism was the main religion of the Persian elite, but Jews, Babylonians, Egyptians, and others were free to worship their own deities. This multicultural fabric was one of the empire's greatest strengths. It created a cosmopolitan society where different peoples could contribute to a shared imperial project. The legacy of this period is a testament to the idea that diversity, when managed with wisdom and respect, can be a source of immense strength and creativity. However, no empire lasts forever. The seeds of the Achaemenid decline were sown in its conflicts with the city-states of Greece. The famous Greco-Persian Wars, which included the legendary battles of Marathon, Thermopylae, and Salamis, marked a turning point. While the empire was far from defeated, these wars drained its resources and exposed vulnerabilities. Over the next century, internal strife, succession disputes, and rebellions in provinces like Egypt began to chip away at the empire's stability. The central authority that Darius had so carefully constructed began to weaken. Powerful satraps grew more independent, and court intrigues became commonplace. The empire that had once been a model of efficiency and strength was becoming bloated and difficult to manage. The final blow came from the west in the form of a young, ambitious Macedonian king, Alexander the Great. In 334 BC, Alexander crossed into Asia with a highly disciplined and battle-hardened army. In a series of stunning battles at the Granicus River, at Isios, and finally at Gaugamela, he shattered the Persian forces. The Persian king, Darius III, was a capable ruler, but he was no match for Alexander's tactical genius. After the decisive Battle of Gaugamela, the Persian Empire lay at Alexander's feet. He marched into Babylon, Susa, and finally the magnificent capital Persepolis. In a controversial act that is still debated by historians, Alexander ordered the burning of the Great Palace at Persepolis, a symbolic end to the Achaemenid dynasty. With the death of Darius III shortly after, the First Persian Empire, after more than 2 centuries of dominance, came to an end. But the fall of the empire was not the end of its story. The legacy of the Achaemenid Persians is woven into the very fabric of our modern world. Their innovations in governance, the satrapy system, a professional civil service, a network of spies influenced countless later empires, including the Romans and Ottomans. The concept of a universal law that applied to all citizens, regardless of their origin, was a Persian ideal. Their road network and postal service revolutionized communication and administration. The idea of a tolerant, multi-ethnic state that respects different cultures and religions is a principle that many nations still strive for today. Even the idea of human rights can be traced back to the Cyrus Cylinder, often considered the world's first charter of human rights. From infrastructure and law to the very concept of a humane and organized global power, the Achaemenid Empire laid down a blueprint for civilization. Its story is a powerful reminder that while empires may rise and fall, their ideas can truly be immortal. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey through the history of the Achaemenid Empire. If you found this exploration of ancient Persia fascinating, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the empires that shaped our world. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What part of the Persian Empire's story do you find most compelling? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.